Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Julie. I'm so excited to share with you guys this sexy crochet top. It's very easy to make and it has a big opening at the front, and I put string, and for extra details I use beads, and on the neck area I made it like a choker, and at the back it's like this. So I put buttons and also on the choker for us to be able to put it on easy and take it off. So guys, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe and give a thumbs up on this video. Thank you guys. Let's start. For the materials we're gonna need the yarn. I'm gonna use Madame Cotton in black, cutter, stitch marker, yarn needle, and for my hook I'm gonna use 3mm crochet hook. And we have also here tape measure, and for our accessories we have buttons, beads, and I have here two sizes of buttons. The big one is for the back and the small one is for the choker. So I'm not gonna use big button for my choker because it's gonna tangle my hair, so I'm gonna use the small one. So here guys are my measurements. My rib gauge is 68 cm, but I lessen it by 18 cm. So because if I follow the 68 cm plus the stretch, it's gonna be too big for me. So I lessen it by 18 cm. For our foundation chain, we're gonna chain 120 plus 1 equals 121 chains. It's gonna be 50 cm if you use the 3mm crochet hook. So guys, we're going to start by making our 121 chains for our foundation chain. After you have your 121 chains, now for our first row, we're going to skip the 121st chain and we're gonna put single crochet on the 120th chain. So put your hook in, pull through. You have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2. That's your first single crochet for this first row. And again, single crochet on the next following stitches. So for this row, you should have 120 single crochet. For the second row, we're going to chain 1, turn your work, and on the very first stitch, we're going to put double crochet. You can also put your stitch marker, like this, and on the second stitch and on the following stitches, we're going to put double crochet also. So for the second row, we're going to make 120 double crochet. After you finish your second row, now you're gonna grab your stitch marker and put it on the 58 stitch and 63 stitch. So it's like this. You're going to have 4 stitches on the middle. So again guys, put your stitch marker on the 50th and 63. After second row, this is what we have. So now I'm gonna fast forward a little bit so you can see how it ends up and make it easier for you to follow. So here I have the right side almost finished. So here you can see I reduced stitches, that's why I achieved this angle. So now let's start working on our left side. So for our third row, we're going to begin by chain 1, turn our work, and on the very first stitch, you're going to put double crochet. Chain 1, skip one stitch, and on the third stitch from the hook you're going to put double crochet. Chain 1, skip 1, on the next stitch you're going to put double crochet. Chain 1, skip 1, put double crochet on the next stitch. Chain 1, skip one stitch, on the next stitch you're going to put double crochet. So for this row guys, you're gonna keep going and making this chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, and I will meet you one stitch before the stitch marker. To finish this third row, we're going to remove the stitch marker and put double crochet. Chain 1 to begin for our fourth row, turn our work. And on the very first stitch, you're going to put double crochet. And on top of this double crochet, you're going to put double crochet also. Inside this chain space, you're going to put double crochet. Double crochet on top of this double crochet. Inside this chain space, you're going to put double crochet also. So for this row, it's just double crochet. So go ahead guys and finish this row. And you're going to put double crochet all the way up to the end. And make sure that you don't confuse on the chain 1 that we've done. So if you go like this, you're going to see the stitch, so that's where you're going to put the last double crochet. After 4 rows, this is what we have. So now guys, for the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th rows, we're just gonna make double crochet. So that's 7 rows of double crochet. So go ahead guys and finish 7 rows of double crochet, and I will meet you after you finish that. After you finish your 7 rows of double crochet, for row 12, you're going to count 38 stitches from the hook, and you're going to put your stitch marker on. So from row 12, we're going to start reducing stitches. So go ahead guys and count 38 stitches from the hook and put your stitch marker. So for row 12, you're going to make 35 double crochet, and I will meet you 3 stitches before the stitch marker. To finish this row, we have 3 stitches left. We're going to yarn over, put our hook in, pull through. We have 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through 2. We have 2 loops on our hook. We're going to skip the next stitch, remove our stitch marker, yarn over, put our hook in, pull through. We have 4 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through 2. We have 3 loops on our hook, and now we're gonna yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Chain 2 to start a new row, turn our work. So now our hook is aligned on this last stitch from the previous row. So we're going to skip the next stitch and put half double crochet on the 3rd stitch from the hook. So yarn over, put your hook in, pull through. We have 3 loops on our hook, and yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. And you can also put your stitch marker so you don't miss the stitch. And now we're going to make double crochet all the way up to here on the last stitch. So go ahead guys and make double crochet. To finish this row, we're going to put double crochet on the last stitch, chain 1 to begin our 14th row. Turn our work, and again we're going to put double crochet on the very first stitch, and again on the following stitches we're going to put double crochet. So for the 14th row, we're going to make 31 double crochet, and I will meet you again 3 stitches before we finish this row. So I'm gonna show you again, guys, how to reduce the stitches. So go ahead and make 31 double crochet, and I will meet you 3 stitches from the stitch marker. To finish our 14th row, we're gonna yarn over, put our hook in on the next stitch, pull through. We have 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through 2. We have 2 loops on our hook. We're gonna skip the next stitch, remove the stitch marker, yarn over, put our hook in where the stitch marker from, pull through. We have 4 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through 2. We have 3 loops on our hook, and now yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. And that completes our 14th row. Now to begin for our 15th row, we're going to chain 2, turn your work, skip the next stitch, and on the 3rd stitch from the hook, you're gonna make half double crochet. Put the stitch marker, so now, guys, you're gonna finish this 15th row, and that's how you reduce stitches. So now, guys, from the 15th row to the 27th row, that's 13 rows, you're going to keep making rows and reduce it, and I will meet you in the beginning of 28 rows. After I made my 13 rows of reducing stitches, this is what it looks like. So if you fold it in half, it should be even. It means that you have the right number of stitches both sides. So now we're going to make rows in here, but without reducing any stitches. I probably need 2 to 3 rows to reach my neck area, or just past my collarbone. And then we're going to start making our choker. So for our 28 rows, we're going to chain 1, turn our work, and again make double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, remove the stitch marker, and 6. Chain 1, turn our work, yarn over, put double crochet on the very first stitch. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 2 rows is enough for me, guys. It reached my collarbone and the beginning of my neck. So now I'm going to chain 1, pull, and cut it. So that's what you have to do also on the other side. You add 2 more rows, or how many rows you need until you have the right number of rows to reach your neck area and your collarbone. So go ahead and make extra rows for that. So this is the 2 extra rows that I've done, guys. This one, it reached my the base of my neck, and it just passed my collarbone. So it's just right for me, these 2 rows. So if you need extra more rows, go ahead and make extra rows. And for our choker, we're going to begin our choker and grab your measuring tape. So you have to measure the circumference of your neck. So my neck circumference is 33 centimeters. In chain, it's 64 chains. So if I'm gonna put it on number 1 and measure it, it reach up to 28 centimeters. But if I stretch it, it will reach up to 34 centimeters. It's okay if it's a little bit longer because we need extra space for our button. After you have your foundation chain, you're going to chain 1, skip the chain 1 and put single crochet on the next stitch. Again, single crochet on the next stitch. And also on the following stitches, you're gonna put single crochet all the way up to the end. For the second row, you're going to chain 1, turn your work, yarn over, and put double crochet on the very first stitch. And also on the following stitches, you're going to put double crochet. So go ahead guys and finish this row with just double crochet. So now for our third row, we're going to chain 1, turn our work, and for our last row, which is this one, we're just going to make single crochet. So this is what our choker look like guys. Now we're going to chain 3 to make a loop. 1, 2, 3. Make a slip stitch on the very first stitch from our foundation chain. Chain 1, lock it, and cut. So this is the loop for our small button. So later we're gonna fix this one. We're gonna close it properly and secure it. So now grab your stitch marker and put it on the 28th stitch, starting from both sides. So 28 from this side, 28 from this side. And now we are ready to connect our choker in here. So now we're going to flip our choker like this, because this side is the right side. So we're going to do like this, and flip also the body of our project like this. So twist it like this. So grab your yarn needle and cut yourself a yarn, not too long. And I've already done one already. So this is the back and this is the front. So here we're gonna do this. I'm gonna show you. So now we are going to remove the stitch marker. Put your needle, and on the first stitch of this 6 double crochet, you're going to put your needle, make a knot, and again one more time, put your needle back in, so now on the second stitch, and also second stitch on the other side. And we're going to do it 2 times each stitch. So now third stitch, also on third stitch on the other side. So now before we attach our button, I'm gonna make it a little bit stronger this side. So I'm gonna put a couple of single crochet. So probably 2 single crochet in here and another 2 single crochet in here. So now put my hook in and make a knot. Now chain 1 and make single crochet on the next stitch and 2 single crochet if you see big space like this. So for our second row, we're going to chain 1, turn our work, and again single crochet on the following stitches. So now guys, you're going to chain 1 and cut it. So this is done. This is for the buttons, and the other side we're going to make a row of single crochet again, and we're going to make a loop for our buttons. So this is the other side guys. So I've done 1 row of single crochet. So now I'm going to chain 1, turn my work, and now I'm going to put single crochet on the next stitch. 1, 2, 3, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to skip 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 5th stitch I'm going to put single crochet and 2 single crochet on the next 2 stitches. 1, 2. So again 4 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 5th stitch you're going to put single crochet and another 2 single crochet on the next stitch. 1, 2, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 5th stitch you're going to put single crochet, and on the last 2 stitches put 2 single crochet. 1, 2. And this is the loop for our buttons. So now I'm going to chain 1 and cut it. Because I can't keep going to make shell stitch on the bottom guys, because this is the right side on the top. If I keep going using this yarn, it's gonna be the opposite. It's gonna be the wrong side. So I cut my yarn and I'm going to start on the other side to make a shell stitch. So now we're going to start making the edging. So put your hook on the first stitch, chain 1, skip 2 stitches, 1, 2. On the 3rd stitch you're going to put 5 double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to skip 2 stitches again, 1, 2. On the 3rd stitch you're going to make single crochet like that. Now skip 2 stitches, 1, 2. On the 3rd stitch you're going to put 5 double crochet. 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 2 stitches, 1, 2. The third stitch you're going to put single crochet. So we're gonna keep going, guys, and making shell stitch for this row. 1, 2, 5 double crochet on the third stitch. Third stitch is single crochet. So for our edging, guys, this is what we're gonna do. After we finish our edging, we are ready to attach our buttons. So now we're going to align our buttons into the loop. So it's sort of like this. So it's not on the middle. It's not on the side, I mean. So these are buttons, guys. So now the last step we need to do is to make a string for the front and to connect our beads. We're almost done, guys. What we need to do only is to make a chain, long chain, for us to be able to crisscross it at the front. So it's up to you if you want to crisscross your string only halfway or all the way close to your neck area. So now when you make your chain, leave a long tail both sides, because this tail we're going to use to connect our beads. So this is how far I want my chain, guys. So in here I also skipped 2 rows. So now we're going to connect our beads. So now we're going to connect our needle. So after we put everything together, this is what it looks like, and at the back. So again, guys, thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, and see you on my next video. Bye!